Hello there, I'm Charles Hamaker. If you're seeing this, it's likely because you follow Circling Shadow Sports or you know about it. You're a family member of mine, a friend of mine, or maybe you just notice the bald head that I've got and it's somewhat recognizable. I'm sitting here in front of you today to talk about our newest announcement, and it's the announcement of our rebrand. Circling Shadow Sports, since we started in the late months of 2019 to where we are now here in 2024, has gone over several different versions of evolution, whether it's adding to our team of hosts with our podcast, where we started with Bennett Buchholz and Omi Salisbury, to beginning writing articles and covering matches in person, adding to our photo team with folks like our lead photographer Liv Lyons, Liz Wolter, Rio Giancarlo, those who have passed on with us and not passed on as gone on to another part of life, like Sage Zappetto, other folks that have contributed here and there, like Nate Koppelman, Anthony May, Chris Liu, and that team will grow just as it's evolved throughout the course of Circling Seattle Sports' existence. We've gone through 2 logo changes before this, but this is perhaps our best and most exciting one yet. It's took several months to get this design out and to get this moving, but I'm really happy with what we were able to do, what we were able to come up with, and the final product that you're going to be able to see in person on merchandise eventually. Yes, I said merchandise. So to those like our friends Nicole and Maya who have asked for things like that, that will be coming. That will be decided later on in the year of 2024. Not quite yet and not at the end. We'll get to that probably in the summer of sorts. And so many other things that we do. I just figured that it was time for us as we grow, whether it's the templates that we use for our social media, as we grow with our coverage, with more video coverage, with more in-depth coverage, and with adding to ourselves as a whole as an outlet, not just a podcast. I always have to tell some folks that we're not just a podcast. We have the podcast that we post as well. We do our Circling Seattle Sports on Converge episodes every Monday. As you can see, we're in the studio here as well on Converge platforms. We write these articles. We've got our photographer team, and we're going to look to post more video content as well. We're so much more than just a podcast now. We've always aimed to be, a group that covers all of the professional teams in this city and more, as you know, with CSS Futures and CSS College. We've always aimed to give all of these teams the equal amount of coverage that they deserve, not just putting our focus on the Seahawks and the Mariners, not just focusing on the men's teams. We have a lot of pride in our coverage of the Storm and the Rain. Same thing even with CSS Futures. We love to get out to the Thunderbirds and the Silvertip. I know those 2 fan bases won't collide very well, but bear with me, right? With Ballard FC and the different teams that have been added to USL League 2, with West Seattle Junction FC, with Mid Lakes United, and with the Tacoma Stars USL League 2 team, with the Firebirds and the Kansas City Mavericks, who are the Kraken affiliates, with the Rainiers and the Travelers and the Aqua Sox and the Modesto Nuts for the Mariners affiliates, right? With the Tacoma Fiants, who work with the Sounders. And the UW, we're planning to get back into UW coverage. That'll be talked about more as the year progresses. But we want to truly be the face of Seattle sports. A lot of outlets around here claim that, and we are actively becoming that more than they are, and we will do even more so in 2024 and beyond to continue to hammer that point home that we are Seattle sports and we represent that to the utmost point, not just it's the men's teams and the big teams per se. So that's that. I just wanted to show you that logo, this rebrand, this new look for us. We'll have many different announcements to come out, following this announcement here today on Wednesday the 28th. There's a lot for us to go over in the near future, a lot of different partnerships, an expansion to talk about with our team here. But I just wanted to come on in front of you while we've got the studio time and let you know about that. So I hope that you enjoy it. We've got some stickers around, not enough to get out yet. We'll work on that. But I just wanted to come here as someone who did start this as a podcast, spends a lot of time doing this and is so proud of our team those who aren't with the team anymore, those who can only make it out to certain games. This is big what we do. We're not we don't have the most followers. We've only got about 2,300 on Twitter, but we've done a lot of good work. And I'm so excited for what the future holds, the connections we're going to be able to continue to build, and the talented photographer teams we're going to continue to be able to put a spotlight on, much like the spotlight is on my shiny head right now, and just continue to be that face of Seattle sports. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for all of your support. Those who I see regularly, whether it's coming down to the living wall at the Climate Pledge Arena during the first intermission. I think that, with what we post and having that decent follower base, I think it's important that people see my face and they're able to interact with me. I think if I just posted stuff and, anybody can just post stuff and put numbers out there, I don't want to be that. I want to be someone you can talk to, someone you can have a drink with. I can't have a beer during games as I'm working, but you get the point, right? So to those who have supported us, who like the posts, who tag our photographers, who support our photographers, who give them opportunities in work, who share our work, who suggest things to us, who ask what we're doing next, thank you. I apologize about the crying. Might get a little corny, but it means a lot, and I worked really hard for this. I worked really hard, much more than some of you may know ever, and some of you who are the closest to me know all too well. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that you enjoy, the design, the inspiration we took from Mount Rainier. I want to thank Ethan Davis, the designer who helped make this possible. I want to thank, our support group that helps put this stuff like this together and moves things forward. And I can't wait for the other different announcements that we can show you. And I can't wait to see you all throughout the spring and the summer at all of our stadiums. So thank you again from me.
Olivia, I want to thank Olivia because she follows Circling Seattle Sports, as you should be doing. But, you support all the other posts. It's not just the rain stuff. Like, we could post about the Seawolves, and I will see Olo's Instagram handle pop up. Like, it means a lot. It really does.
Yeah, of course.
And now this won't be aired for a little bit, but we're rebranding.
Ooh,
So
I
we've
like
got
that.
We've got Mount Rainier involved.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
I really
'Cause you
like it.
Remember our logo right now?
Yep.
Pretty basic. But what do we think?
I really like it, and I really like that shade of blue. It pops.
Thank you. We tried to match all of the colors we're going to use with something related to the Mount Rainier. So
Yep. I love it.
thank you. I want to thank Lou. I know we're getting wrapped up, but
Yeah.
you've been a big support to all of us at Circling Seattle Sports for so long. Whether it's myself, obviously, Liv here. You're also one of the first few that recognizes CSS. So we're rebranding.
Let's go.
So we've got
It looks
Mount
good.
Rainier here. I just want your initial thoughts because you've seen us originally. It's just the 3 letters. But
Yeah.
then
I think
integrating
that's
Mount
cool.
Rainier.
Yeah.
Olo liked the shade of blue. Like,
Yeah.
Just your general thoughts.
I mean, I love Mount Rainier. When I lived in Tacoma, I was in awe of her every single time I saw her. So I think that is something really, really cool to see on your new logo.